Hi everyone, my name is Abhishek Jain and welcome back to the Matplotlib tutorial series part 5. In today's video, we're gonna understand how we can use a funk animation class of Matplotlib to generate a real-time data which can give us a feel of, you know, the data is being continuously changing on our screen. So far, we have just created a static kind of data, but in today's video, we can understand how we can just update our chart with the real-time data which is continuously getting changed. So without further delay, let's create a new Python file. We can say real time data plot fifth. Okay. So what we can do, we can import bunch of, I can quickly explain you. The first one is matplotlib file plot, which we always use, but this time we're gonna use this another package, another module inside the matplotlib, and we're gonna call this func animation class. And then we have this another library which is iter tools, and in which we have a count which actually just keep a track of a count. Like if you just execute this count with the next function, then it's going to give you the next one. So for example, if you just execute the count function for the first time, it's going to give you 0. If you just use next count, then it's going to give you 1. So it's actually keep just track, I mean, how many times you have executed that. The fourth one is the random library, and through which we gonna create some random integer to see, I mean, how we can use it. So the next thing is what I'm gonna use is I'm gonna use some default style which Matplotlib provides us. With one of them is 538, right? So we don't have to worry about a lot of customization because this 538 looks very good. Now we're gonna use this count function of iter tools, and we are assigning the value of count to index. If you want, we can print this here to see, I mean, what value we're gonna get. Then I'm gonna use create to list to empty list. We can use this, or we can use square brackets to define. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a function called update real-time data in list. And this requires one function, which is actually a frame number. So let me just give a name of frame number for now. Okay, and then we can write some code like x underscore data dot append. Append means it is going to, append the next value, whatever we're gonna pass in here, we're gonna call it as next count, right? So first time we have already executed index as a count, and now this is going to give us a next value of count. And then what I'm going to do is write it. And again, I'm going to appending with. Here I'm going to use a random module. And here I'm going to call one function read int. In this, I have to just give two values. I want to say, let's assume that 1, 8. So what does it mean? It means that it is going to create a random integer, which is going from 1 in between 1 to 8. And it is going to keep increasing. That's the reason we are using append function on list, right? The next thing is, as we always use, x underscore data, and this is going to be our next y data, right? So we are good here. We created our function, and here we're gonna show, we're gonna call capture updated data on plot, and here we're gonna call this func animation, and it requires bunch of parameters. The first one is it require a figure where we want to just keep incorporating a new change data to update our chart, right? Because so far we have only seen a static data. So here I'm going to use this plt.gcf. GCF stands for get current figure. The next one is I have to just give the function I want to call here, and I want to call this function, and just we have to give a name, right? And here I'm not passing this frame number because it's not needed for now because it's just a basic one. The another parameter, which is a key argument, which is interval. Interval means how much duration we have to wait for executing this function, like update real-time data in list, right? So that's pretty much it. The next thing is, as always, we have to just show our plot, right? So if I haven't made any mistake, then we should be able to see the real-time data. Oops. Python real-time data. Click Python full. Okay, so it seems like I just made a mistake. Here I don't have to use this count, rather I have to use this variable. So let's fix this and let's run this for more time. Okay, so now we can see. Okay, so here if you just see, the line color is changing. And why it is changing? Because if you just see, the next data set which we are getting actually is, overriding the previous one. That's the reason, and it's creating a new chart. So what we have to do before running a chart, we have to clean up our axis or our x data and y data. And for that, we have a function called plt.cla. It means, I think, clearing access. And now if I run this, then we don't see that, because though we were not able to get that, but actually what was happening is, every time, every second into every 1 second, whenever that function is being called, it is, overriding the previous one. So basically in one chart, our data points are getting overrides and appended. Now we can see based on the value, this chart is keep progressing, right? This looks good, right? Now, that's pretty much it, which I wanted to cover in this, but I'm going to publish another video because I don't want this video to be very lengthy. I'm going to use a real-time situation where most of the time you will see that, you will be having a CSV file, which is keep updating, and we're going to consume that CSV updated file with this func animation so that we will get a real-time data, which is keep progressing as the CSV data is going to change. That's it from my side for this video. If you have any suggestion, please feel free to put that into the comment section. And as always, thanks for watching this. Stay healthy and keep learning on YouTube. And one more point, there are a lot of variables, a lot of arguments. So I would always encourage you to read through the Matplotlib official documentation to learn about the latest and the updated information about all the libraries and the classes and the modules we are using. Thanks a lot.